So, Cosmic Exploration is coming in patch 7.21, which is the 22nd of April, so not long from now. And I want to talk about it because, man, it's looking so great. It's looking so great. So let's see the first slide. So first, how to start. Unlocked by completing the main scenario quest Endwalker. So definitely means that we can use this for leveling crafters and gatherers. Can be accessed by Disciples of the Hand/Land level 10 and above. This is so good. I have all my crafters and gatherers at level 100, of course, but I think that every time they put new content like this, it's good that it's accessible as soon as possible when you're trying to get people into doing things other than battle content. The Firmament, I think you had to be level 20 for the Firmament, the Escort Restoration, so I'm really glad that this is level 10. Because I think it takes a very little time to get to level 10, and then you can come into this content. So you can basically just try out crafting and gathering a little bit, and then you can be like, okay, time to Cosmic Exploration, instead of having to try out crafting and gathering, and then decide that, oh, actually I'm not sure if I like this yet. Maybe I'll stop before I get to the content, if you understand what I mean. So that's great, I'm really happy about that. A separate inventory is available for Cosmic Exploration. This, I wasn't sure how I felt about this at first, when they were talking about the Cosmic Exploration having things from this Escort Restoration and Island Sanctuary. The Island Sanctuary part really scared me, but I see that this is what they meant. This is straight from the Island Sanctuary, having its own separate inventory for the items in there. And I'm actually really happy about this, because this again incentivizes people to try out crafting and gathering, because they don't have to worry about their inventory being full of materials, which is a big problem for most people I've seen who are like, well, I don't really know, I don't have space on my retainers and my inventory to try doing that, and it's so annoying when your inventories are too full to do anything. So really happy about this. I am, like, so far, just based on this content will be very accessible by everyone, while also letting people try crafting and gathering who have been like, I don't know if I care about that content. Which is, it's like what I hoped Island Sanctuary would have been, so they really are taking the best parts of Restoration and Sanctuary and putting it into this, in my opinion. My only hope is that the inventory is a little bit bigger than in Island Sanctuary, because in Island Sanctuary you can have 999 items of each, and for my gathering brain that is not enough when I can have more in my own inventory. So I hope the cap is a little bit higher, or if it's not, then I hope it's like there's a good reason for it to not be that high, because I do like gathering a lot and then bulk crafting. Anyways, so far I am absolutely loving this. Let's see the next... No, actually they showed a little bit of the content, so here's what the base looks like, and we're on the moon. It's nice that we're on the moon at first, because it's like it's a place we already know. So it's like we get to explore something that we already have been to. Even though it might not be like the exact same moons, I think this is like an instance. If it's not an instance, it's like... no, I don't think it's like an instance. I think it's like going to be like the Firmament is. So it's not an instance, but it's like its own map. And I like that it's a familiar place, even though we haven't really been there, that we start from, because the moon was nice. It was nice. It's a moon. We can see our planet from there. Yippee! I love the spacesuit. Because the Lalafell has ears on it, I am really hoping that Mikotes will have ears too. Bring back hats with Mikote ear holes. If they put this outfit and they don't make it VR friendly, that will be... Honestly, that's like, why? Why give the Lalafell ears if you're not gonna give them to the Mikote and VR? You know. Well, that's all I say about that. I really like this outfit. Once I get it, I'm gonna be putting that on because then I can roleplay that I'm like in a space, yippee, even though all the NPCs are not wearing this kind of mask. Then they run around a little bit. Over there, we can see researcher. I think that's a researching way. I think that's what it's saying in the katakana. And I am assuming that this is who we are giving our crafts for. I'm just throwing that out there because I would assume that we're going to hand in the crafts for someone. If there is like that kind of crafting. But I'm looking forward to see what that is. They showed a little bit around the camp. And let's get to this. Yes, there's the thing. This is also from the Island Sanctuary, this kind of UI element. I don't know what to call that. But this will have the Cosmo exploration quests, and I see a fishing and carpenter icon, so I guess that's where our crafting log or inventory is or something like that. And they didn't really show what's in here, in these little icons. But I'm really looking forward to see it. And the currency is also shown here, which is... I like that. I like it when things are in one place. And I also am an enjoyer that there is a cap of 30,000 and 10,000, because I hate it when the currency caps are really low, like 2,000. It's so annoying, because then I have to use the currency, I can just keep hoarding it. So I'm hoping that I can hoard like lots of it. Unless it's like, you're gonna get 1,000 for doing one thing, and then it's like, well, why are the numbers so big? At this point, just make it like 100. Why does it have to be 1,000? But they showed that, and then opened the Cosmo missions, and my initial reaction instantly was that, oh, so this is gathering leaves. And I am not a big fan of gathering leaves, but I think this was a little bit different. Let me just see. So here they accepted it. I am a fan of the missions, because it's not like you go into the cosmic exploration and then you just start crafting, start gathering and then crafting, and then you just assuming you're new to crafting and gathering, you just are expected to know what to do. Iscard Restoration had a lot of NPCs that would tell you what to do, but I bet most people just skipped whatever they said and therefore skipped the quote-unquote tutorial, because who wants to read a wall of text? Honestly, I can understand that. But I like that there's like, it's not just go on your way, start doing the thing. There's missions and you do the missions, because questing is always easier than being handed a thing that you just have to start doing. But yeah, from the mission information on the right, I looked at the thing. It seems like gather 25 items, I would think. And wait, let me actually see how many nodes there are, because I can't see the number. Is that just 5 nodes or is that 8 nodes? Okay, I think that is 5 nodes. So this is my issue with gathering leaves. There is this gathering leaf that is like this, but instead there's 8 nodes, and then it's like gather 40 of this item. I'm not sure if 40 is the number, but this is like as an example. You start gathering, you are on node 3 or 4, and you already have gathered all the items you need. And now you just need to go to 4 more nodes, even though you don't need items anymore, to finish the leaf, because you have to go through each node, even though you already have the items. And that has... I just don't like those leaves. It's kind of annoying to me. It's like, I already gathered the materials. Can I not just skip the rest of these nodes? So I thought this might be a little bit like that. And I am not a fan of that. But I think this is... No, there's definitely 8 nodes or more in here too. I think he's done 5 now? 6, 7, 8. Yeah, this is 8 nodes as well. But I think he stopped this before... He didn't get all the nodes. So this is good, because this is the thing I want the normal gathering leaves to be. You don't have to get the notes once you are done with the items already. I assume there's perhaps like, yeah, there's some kind of like point system there with the items you need to gather and notes you need to gather from. So I assume it's like after you get the certain amount of points, the mission ends. And that's good. I'm fine with that. So I like that they are innovating. They are doing like, it's like old stuff, it's gathering leaves, but they are innovating it with it and making it a bit better. Is like what I think. So I am a fan of this. At first I was really like, when I was reacting to the live letter, I was like, no, that's not, no, please, no, not gathering leaves, anything but gathering leaves. But yeah, I'm fine with this. This is good. There's the point window, mission in progress. So they didn't show us any crafting, which is always a bit worrying, because what if it's not like normal crafting? Like high quality or collectible crafting, or if there's expert recipes. They didn't show us any of that. Nothing. So it always makes me scared that what if the crafting is like automatic like in the Island Sanctuary or some shit like that. Because the crafters and gatherers who actually enjoy this content, they don't want that. I am speaking on behalf of all the crafters and gatherers now. But yeah, if we didn't want to craft or gather, we would not craft or gather, is what I'm saying. But yeah, I'm just going to assume that Yoshi P does not know how to craft in this game. And that is why he did not show us any of the crafting, because it would be embarrassing for him. Then he showed us the emergency missions. And this looks so interesting to me, because in the Firmament, the Ishgard Restoration, every time we finished a gauge of the, or like one part of the Firmament, there would be a big fate that everyone would join in, which is also the reason why they had to lock the Firmament, so that you can only go to the Firmament in your own world, because people would server hop into other people's worlds and go to the Firmament when there's the big fate, so the people who actually were working in that world to get that fate could not join, because the place would be full. It got to the point where if you wanted to be part of the restoring of the Firmament after you've been handing in crafts and crafts, you had to, well, what I personally did to get to experience the rewards of that labor when the fates began. I would be in the Firmament for like 8 to 2 hours before. 2 hours, even 2 hours wasn't enough. You had to be like 8 to 4 hours before in there and stay in there, so that you wouldn't miss out because it would get too full to get in. And well, now for the Cosmic Exploration, they have from the very beginning made it so that you can only go to your own world's Cosmic Exploration, which is good, because this way we avoid the terrible times that was the Restoration, where you had to take little naps and keep your character locked in just to stay in the Fate area for when the Fate started, because it would start like 4 in the morning. I think there was like a timer for when it was ready, and then it was like, it will start at this, and then it was like, oh, okay, reserve your spot or you're not gonna get in there. And it sucked. So I'm happy that now they have locked this so that we must be in our own world. For the Firmament, now that it's complete, or the Ishgard Restoration, I think they could unlock it, because I think there is no longer any reason why we couldn't go to other worlds' Firmament, since it's already complete. So there is no, people are not gonna get locked out of it, because there's not gonna be loads of people trying to get in to do the one special thing that is there. So I wish they would open up that so that I could spend more time on the Light Data Center, so I wouldn't have to server hop all the time from using Party Finder to going back to my own world just to get into Firmament and stuff like that. Well, sorry about that side rant. But yeah, I'm happy that this is locked, and this emergency mission thing looks really cool, because up here there's a timer, so it's timed, and 20 minutes I think it started at, and that's good time. 20 minutes is a good time. But it has blacksmith, leatherworker, miner, armorer, and goldsmith in here. And that, I'm not sure what that mark is. Is it like is it in relation to these that you have to, if you're these, or you have to be these, or if you're these, you're getting more progress to this or something like that? It could be something like that. Or maybe this like that you have to be a specialist on one of these jobs to get more progress or something like that, because that kind of looks like the specialist soul. I don't know, I'm just throwing these things into air because I'm theory crafting, is that what it's called? I'm just really excited for this. So this is really interesting that there's like certain jobs in here. I'm really looking forward to what that means, and if it's also like an incentive to get people to try out other jobs if you're just maining like one crafter or gatherer. For example, there's no fisher here. Most people probably do have fishing. It got really popular at the end of Endwalker when there was not much content. So most people probably have fishing. No fisher here. So maybe it's like, try out these other jobs now. Meteor shower, I think this was. It's really cool. It's really pretty. I'm not that into space anymore, but when I was a teen and child, I was like, space. I would go to a library and I would read that one book about space that was in there. And all the other books were like bad, but there was that one book that had all these pictures of the black holes and all that stuff, and it was so great. And every time I would go there and I would take the same book and hope that there would be new content in it. So space is cool. Also, I love the music is a piano version of the Smileton song here. And it's like, yeah, let's go. How do I say it? It's a really hype song. So it makes this really hype. And because it's the piano version, it has like this, it doesn't sound as full as the actual song of Smileton, and it makes it feel like a more hollow version of it, and it's hollow because we're in space, and the sound doesn't travel in space. It just feels like that. I'm just excited for it. I'm gonna play it a little bit.
9ミッションコンプリートするたびに、報酬獲得で、これみんなで繰り返しコンプリートしていくとこのゲージが上がってって、全部なるほど、はい、埋まると、はい。
But yeah, Smileton theme. I really like that. I hope we get an orchestration roll of it. But yeah, really interested about how this works. But yeah, it's really cool. Kind of reminds me of Final Days. Man, I'm so excited for this content. Okay, then next he showed us the mecha operation. This is so cool looking. So people have been saying that this is like the duels in Bosnia, and I think it's really funny that people are like likening it to that. Because you have a ticket that you can use to try to get in there, and then if you don't get in there, your chances get better the next time. And who knew the Bosnia duels would come in handy when you're crafting and gathering, huh? There is some kind of special reward and some of these currencies. But yeah, I'm so hyped to see and go into this. He also showed us the cutscene of going into the mech, and then they showed us a little bit about the event. Okay, it's called an event, that's nice. So you can join this with the mecha if you're lucky to get there, or you can join it without it, and that's nice. It doesn't seem to be too long, maybe 5 minutes, since there's only 4.5 left. And I love this drill. It's really cute when they put things like this in the game, because in the diadem, I really love the heteromatic auger that you can shoot mobs with. And I was hoping we'd get something similar in here. And even if it's just this drill and for these events, I'll take it because I like that. Now I'm seeing that there's like some kind of material, some kind of crystals that we're getting. And I hope that these are like something you can then use with crafting or something, because it would be nice if this event isn't just you finish it and you get currency, but instead it would be like you finish it and you can also get this one material just from it, or also from it, but more quantity. I wouldn't mind if it was just from it, because it would give more reason to always join these events, to be like, okay, I need to get there so I can get those crystals. Well, yeah, then they just showed the gameplay. And this was he gathered the crystals. He had like 5 of them. Came to this I think this is some kind of supply place. The crystals are gone, so you can gather 20 and then you need to bring them here, and then you need to go gather more and then you can bring them here. I'm assuming it's like what you can do. And that's nice, because then it's not you're just using the drill and gathering. You actually have to get from an objective to another, and you can just mindlessly gather and do that. So a little bit of more like interesting gameplay. Well, it's everyone's opinion if it's interesting or not, but like every time they make a little bit more of something to take note on, it's like I really like that. I just really like that. Then they showed us the Cosmic Fortune, which is the equivalent of Cup of Fortune. Now let's see. Okay, it seems like it's I guess like 1,000 moon tickets per lottery, and moon tickets were the ones that had a cap of 10,000, I think. Okay, so you can do 10 Cosmic Fortunes, just like you could do 10 Cup of Fortunes, I guess. But instead of having to make 5 crafts to get a Cup ticket, you can just use 1,000 moon tickets. So I like that a bit more, because now that I am just for fun crafting and gathering in the firmament, I don't really like the Cup of Fortunes, because it's like I craft 50 items and turn them in, and then I have to take the tickets because my tickets are full, and then I can turn more items in. And it's like, I think I like using currency more than the cap of like, oh, now I have to do the Cup of Fortunes because I can't get more Cup of Fortunes if I just keep crafting and turning them in now. You know. But yeah, it's a roulette, and they showed us the roulette. I think you can choose one of these. There are different rewards. We can see there is this looks like gear. I'm hoping it's like an outfit. Housing item, I guess. A parasol, orchestration rolls, that's echoes in the distance. That's echoes in the distance. We all know what that is. That is, I don't know, Stargazers? I can't really read. I'm assuming this is confetti, yay. And this was apparently a new dye, like a new color. So that's interesting, that's really interesting. And I actually like these roulettes, because I hate Cup of Fortune. I always click the same button, and every time it's the button next to the winning prize. It's never the winning prize. And then I'm like, okay, I'll switch the button. I won't press this one button anymore. And then the winning prize is always under that button. So I'm just always pressing the same button, because it makes me mad. I don't like it. I don't like it. Just like I don't like the Fox hollows, because the Fox is never there when I actually can click and try to find the Fox. But then it's always there and next to the buttons that I press when I have the time to find it. So a roulette is much nicer than click and hope you get the thing. This is like, doesn't make me feel so sad when I lose. And then there was also this was like some kind of special roulette, so if you don't win any of these prizes, you can still win a chance to do another roulette, I think it was. There's also a skip button. I'm pretty sure that says skip. So skip. And also, what is his luck? He just won the main prize. That's like such bull. This game is rigged. But yeah, I like this much more. It looks really nice. Very colorful. Very like game feel. Like it feels like gaming. Like all these colors, and it's a roulette. Cup of Fortunes had their charm, but I'm glad it's not just another Cup of Fortunes, because roulettes are nice. Then he did another and got this special roulette. And from that you can have a better chance of winning these prizes, it seems. Oh, the loborates are really cute, actually. I really love this. And yeah, that's it. So that's one way to get rewards, and I'm assuming there is a shop where you can get more different rewards from. But I do like how this looks, because the Cup of Fortune is also really full of trash, and this didn't seem to be that full of trash. And by trash I mean like old materia, watered cordials, that kind of stuff. But this didn't seem to have those. Okay, let's see the next slide. So currencies, Cosmo credits and Lunar credits can be exchanged for Warriors rewards, Cosmo credits that is. So that's going to be like the Sky Builder's Crypts. that you can just buy stuff with, and lunar credits can be used to purchase cosmic fortunes, a lottery system featuring various items. Oh, I forgot to pause. And yeah, they can also be exchanged for a ticket to join mech ops. So lunar credits are like just for rewards plus the mech. But I'm not sure, I don't know, and I am assuming that there won't be too much reason to join the mech ops, because if it can only be one person, it would be kind of a dumb thing to make it like, for example, giving us an achievement for doing it 50 times, like we have an achievement for doing 1000 shots with Aetheromatic Augur in the Diadem. So, like, maybe one achievement for joining mech ops is okay, like the duels have in Bosia, but I don't think it's good if there's like too many things that's like, hey, you should join the mech, multiple times, because then it's gonna take a long time for anyone to get there, because there is going to be a lot of people who want to do that, and if there's a lot of people wanting to do that, that means that a lot of people will have to wait for a long time before they get to do it even once. But yeah, I did like that the Cosmo credits you could have 30,000 of, because, well, I'm hoping the rewards won't be like 30,000 too, because it's like, why are you making the numbers so high? Stop! And the restoration had a cap of 10,000, and I think the most expensive item is 9,200 or something like that, or 9,800. But then there's items that are only 1,000, so it's like, it's acceptable. But I also don't feel like there is any reason to have to make the numbers so high. If you're just gonna make the cost of rewards high, then you could just have the Cosmo credits be at 10,000 and the rewards be lower too, and then just give less Cosmo credits from the missions and stuff like that. So I'm hoping it's not like it's high for the sake of being high, but that it's high so that you can have a lot more of them before you're capped. That's what I'm hoping for. But yeah, looking forward to that. And then there's the slide about the mech ops. Those who wish to pilot a mech must exchange lunar credits for a pilot application, and up to 5 applicants can be randomly selected. Oh, okay, so 5 people can be using mechs at the same time. Okay, that's nice. So there is a possibility, there is a real possibility that there's going to be an achievement for riding the mech multiple times. Damn, okay. There are no limits to the number of people who can participate as ground support. And that's really nice, because that means everyone can participate. Not more to say about that. I also missed a slide. Mech ops are regularly occurring large-scale operations comprised of mech pilots and ground support. 2 groups coordinate on missions to gather minerals and remove obstacles. So it's like Fates, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that, because it's nice. The firmament has its feats that you can still do, but they are like every 3 days nowadays, and it's like for 24 hours every other hour once they start. So something similar, but not really, because it's regularly occurring, because it's current content and not old. But yeah, that's all about the mech ops. I am looking forward to it. Then critical missions. These I am really looking forward to. On occasion, unusual weather phenomena may occur, causing a red alert. Players must band together to complete designated objectives within a limited amount of time. So I am assuming that it's like, we saw that there was the specific crafters and gatherers on the emergency mission thing. So maybe it's like, you have to be one of those to join that emergency mission. And that would be interesting. I like that. I like that idea. Not sure if that is what it is, but I am really hopeful, and I'm like really excited to see how everything will turn out. Next, the star. Wait, I missed a slide. Next, the Star Contributor Award. So, a scanning way will tally each player's level of contribution to the Cosmic Exploration Initiative every other day Earth time. This is really good. It's like rankings, but not really, because, well, it's like rankings. I don't know if there's a title tied to it. They didn't say if there's what, like, achievement or anything. Doesn't matter. I really want to be there. I want to be a star contributor so bad. And the content isn't even out yet. But yeah, tally period of 24 hours. They really learned from the Escort restoration because I think it was it 8 or 10 days? I think it might have been 10 days, the tally period for like how long the rankings lasted. And let's just say that it was not good for anyone's health. I got to the top 12 in every ranking except for the last one, because in the last one I was like I'll just give that spot to someone else since the title is the same for each ranking anyways. It was like there was no reason to do the rankings once you got one, other than to have the Frit of certifications to show off to no one, because the titles didn't even show which ranking you got the title from, so it was like, it was not good. It was quite disappointing, but it was also the first time we had content like that, so I have forgiven it. But the 10 days of crafting and gathering, it was not healthy at all for the people who actually wanted to do it very much. So I think this 24 period is really good, because I can do 24 hours. And also, it gives much less time for people to make use of bots. Like, they won't have that much of an advantage for doing botting, because a human can still be much more, effective than a bot for short periods of time. But in a long period of time when the human is sleeping, the bot can still work, so it's like they won't have that much of an advantage with this kind of tally period. So I'm really happy about this, because I think it's good that they have some kind of like tallies. It's nice. I did like the rankings in the firmament and the scores and all that stuff. So this is great. This is absolutely great. The daily reset timing is shown below, 9 GMT. Then the second slide. Completing cosmic exploration activities within the tally period increases your level of contribution irrespective of the class used. So doesn't matter what class you use. Also a good thing, because, well, in the firmament it made sense that every crafter had their own. They were really vague about the firmament rewards when it was still not out. So we had a lot of talk with other crafters about what if the rankings are gonna be like they're going to stay forever, and each week you can just do a different crafter, and then you can have like a culinarian specific title for getting to the ranks, or alchemist specific title for getting to the ranks. But in the end it was just one title and everyone was the same, except there was just 12 spots for each crafter, and it was what it was. But here they are like very honest about, okay, it doesn't matter what class you use. I like the honesty. I like the being upfront about the things and not being vague and not telling us what's going to be happening. They should do this more often. The player who contributed the most within 24-hour tally period will be awarded with the status of star contributor immediately following the tally period. That is so good. I'm really excited for this content, because they showed them. Well, I'll talk about it later. You can review your level of contribution by speaking to Scanningway, and this was really funny. At present, you have reached the top 10%. That's astounding. You might really be your star contributor in this period. But this was mean. At present, you have reached. Well, your name has been recorded. If nothing else, take your time. That's so mean. For 14 days, the following will apply to the star contributor. A hologram of them will be projected within base camps. Their name will be displayed on the bulletin board within base camps. A visual effect will be applied to them when exploring the stars. They will be unable to receive the Star Contributor Award again for 14 days. So that is just embarrassing enough for me to want to do it a lot. I really want to do this so much. I'm super excited for this. I think they said that it's a bit embarrassing in the stream, and I was like, at the same time, I was like, oh my god, that's so embarrassing, I love it. So, this is nice. I am looking forward to this as well. It doesn't make me dread it at all, because if it was going to be anything like the rankings in the firmament, I would have been like, no, I'm still recovering from the rankings, to be honest. But it's not, so that's great. Then they showed them, if you're a star contributor, this is the effect you will have. It's cute, it's nice and cute. I kind of wish it was like, instead of having that you cannot join it again for 2 weeks or 14 days, I wish they would just make it so that there is no incentive to try to become a star contributor again at all. And people who have been there would just have this forever or something like that. But that's just because I don't know how long this will be a thing. Will it be forever? Will we forever have a star contributor thing so that people who join this game 2 years from now can do this content and have a chance to become a star contributor? Because if so, then I don't mind the 14th day thing. Then I don't mind at all. Because it would be nice if it's like forever thing. You can forever be a star contributor. Or not you, but like it would be nice if people 4 years from now, when we have a new kind of content like this, can still come into Cosmic Exploration and do that and become the star contributor and feel good about it and enjoy the content in a way of what it was like when it was current, if you understand what I mean. And then they showed these are where you can see yourself if you are a star contributor. And when I saw these things on the live letter, I was like, what are those? Oh my god, what are those? You can't just show these and not tell us what they are. So they were just holograms of people who are star contributors, and that's really cool. Kinda makes me want to have like a housing item like that, but we can't have everything. I can't be too greedy. But that's really cool. I'm really enjoying this. And you can change the pose of that hologram. And that was also really cute. Like, you can customize how people see you standing in there. This is going to be great. And there's the Lobords thinking who's gonna be the next one, I guess. So yeah. Really looking forward to this. Let's see the tools as well. Cosmic tools. Players can earn cosmic tools for Disciples of Hand and Land immediately from the start of Cosmic Exploration. They say that, so I am assuming that even if you are a level 10 crafter, you can still get these tools and start working on them. Because you work on them by doing the missions. Even when not equipped, player can enhance cosmic tools, increasing their item level by simply progressing through missions. Which is really nice, because this means that these tools would be like, if you're new to crafting, you're at level 10, you come to Cosmic Exploration, you start leveling crafting by doing that. Once you're done, I'm still assuming these are like level 100 weapons, tools, but it means that once you get to that point, you can have a set of cool tools. I don't know if they're gonna be shiny. They look really nice. I like that there's like a button on this. It's like, what is this? Can you like put this? This looks like you can put this on the mech, and then what is the controller called that you can use to pilot a mech or something? It looks like something like that with the button there. But yeah, that you would get tools after you finished Cosmic Exploration and you've leveled your crafters. You'd have like a cool tool, because then you don't have to start working on older relic tools and stuff like that just to have something shiny. Also, another reason to do Cosmic Exploration for people who want these tools, like me. I'm happy to see they try something new instead of it just being make 60 collectibles and get a tool. So this is nice that you can just progress them with Cosmic Exploration, that it's tied to it. I'm just really looking forward to all of this. Next slide, worlds. Development of star progresses separately by world. Exploration and survey of a star can only be performed on your home world. Star contributors are selected by world. So this is, again, it's the thing that you cannot join Cosmic Exploration on any other world than your own, which is definitely because of what happened in the Iskard Restoration, where people would go to other people's worlds and take their spot in the firmament. So the firmament would be so full that you couldn't go in, so you could never see the progress happen anywhere, because people would float from world to another, and then you'd miss your own world, and that was really bad. So this is good. This is good. And then they told us that we get a new star to explore in each major patch. So the next one will be 7.3, then 7.4 and 7.5, and this means that there's going to be content for a long time. because of course we're going to be getting new rewards in each and every star. Otherwise it would make no sense to give all these stars. So really cool, really happy about this, really looking forward to this, and I hope that a lot of people who don't usually do crafting and gathering give it a try and give this content a try, because I think this might become the best gateway to becoming a crafter or a gatherer. I think this will be like a good incentive for people to try it out and maybe learn that they like it. Maybe they learn that, oh, okay, actually crafting and gathering isn't so bad. At first I didn't like it, but actually this is kind of fun because it's tied to a fun content and not just the act of crafting and gathering. Which then would also mean that once they get into crafting and gathering through this content, then they can try the restoration and they can do crafting and gathering tribes and they can do custom deliveries and get the rewards from that, and all the content that they are missing out by not playing crafting or gathering. So I'm really looking forward to this and hoping that it's going to be a good way to get into crafting and gathering. So happy. I think that was all they talked about. Yeah, that was all. So Cosmic Exploration is soon here, month from now, a little bit over a month from now, and oh boy, I've been waiting for new crafting and gathering content since the Firmament, so the entire event Walker went waiting and now it's here and I'm so happy. I will say that I've seen a lot of people being a little bit mad about this because this is coming before the new Battle Relic place, the new Bossia Eureka thing. Was it Crescent Isles? Some people have been vocal about that they are like not very happy about that. And for me personally, I can understand, but I think it is better that we are getting this first, as there has not been any non-battle content in this expansion yet. Or what I mean to say is that I think it's good that this is first because it's like big content that isn't battle content. And it's been a long time since we had content that isn't battle content. I do think they should have released the Crescent Isles or this in patch 7.1. I don't think it's good that they are both in this patch, and I don't think they should be any later. But since they are both in the same patch, I think it's better that this one comes first. But I do think that one of these should have been earlier. But we can't go back to the past and we can only look forward, so let's look forward to this and the Crescent Isles and enjoy them as they come. There is going to be a lot of content in this patch and in the next patches as well. But yeah, really excited about Cosmic Exploration. Super excited, dare I even say. Talked about it a lot now, and well, I hope to see all of you on the moon. Thank you for watching, and share with me in the comments, are you excited for this content? What are you looking most forward to in this content? And if you don't usually craft or gather, will you be giving it a try with this, since you only have to level 10 levels before you can join it? And if you are not looking forward to this at all, honestly, please don't tell me. Because I am hyped about this and I don't need your dooming. So thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. Why is this trailer so hype? Oh my god! Holy shit! There's so much happening, what the hell? What? How am I supposed to feel after this trailer? The way this trailer is edited is so cool. 10 or above. Oh my god. This is gonna be great for leveling, so then 3-piece card restoration though. Oh my god! No! No, the Lullafell, no! Put the helmet back on, you're gonna die. Ready for launch. Oh, it has the same sound as the one we once had in Bosnia. Oh no, I'm getting bad flashbacks of that sound. Yo! That's sick. The luck this guy has. Bruh. Oh, this is so much better than 7 days of crafting. I'm going to no life, that's so hard. Oh no. Oh no. Oh! I will not have a life for 24 hours when this drops. Yeah, that's just embarrassing enough for me to do it. Oh, so that's what the hologram things were for. Okay, this is so much better than firmament rankings already.